During the 1990s, large-scale meat processors bought up livestock farms. This vertical integration allowed the corporations to control the whole process from farming and slaughtering to packaging. The factory farms were now the main buyers of pigs. And as the price paid for pigs fell, many small farmers went bust. One survivor was Paul Sobocinski.
They wanted to control the market, and they wanted to control about how livestock production was going to be raised, and they wanted to take more of the profits from production agriculture, take the profits the farmers made as independent producers and put them in their pocket. My tipping point, I think, was when I saw hogs go down to $8 a hundredweight in this country, worse than the Depression in the 1930s. And I saw that pain, I saw that happen to farmers, that I knew that we had to fight back, that we had to stand up, or they were just going to roll over and take democracy, our freedom.
Why is it when people are in bondage to their government, it is called tyranny? But when the oppressor is a multinational corporation, it is called efficiency.
Opposition from farmers and environmentalists to the growth of factory farming had some small victories. In 2001, North Carolina banned processors from buying livestock farms, and also banned new-build factory farms from installing the lagoon and spray system. Around this time, many agribusinesses started to look abroad. One such company was Smithfield Foods of America, the world's largest pig producer and processor, with annual sales of almost $12 billion. It processes 27 million pigs a year, employs over 52,000 people, and from its US base has expanded to 15 countries. And a country to which Smithfield turned their attention was Poland, destined to join the European Union, and a country where land and former state farms were relatively cheap, labor costs low, and regulations light. In Poland, Smithfield bought the former state-owned slaughterhouse, Animex, followed by 21 state farms. Its managing director explained why.
We are in the farming business because we want to make money on it, yeah? And we believe that this has a great future. First of all, we are by far the biggest farmers in Poland. Secondly, we believe that Poland is a great opportunity for let's say, a foothold to get into the European market.
In Poland, the arrival of big foreign factory farms coincided with a change in the law, which reclassified the definition of pig feces from sewage to fertilizer. This enabled the farms to use spraying techniques like this, common in America.
No, raczej skorzystali ci, co używają dużo tej gnojowicy i to jest, powiedzmy, jeden z negatywów rozwoju gospodarczego w Polsce.
In 2003, Robert Kennedy Jr., nephew of the former US president, went to Poland to warn them of what he saw as the dangers of industrial pig farming. In 2001, he had filed a court case against Smithfield Foods, alleging that they'd broken environmental laws in North Carolina. He obtained a settlement in which Smithfield agreed to enhance environmental protections at 260 hog production facilities.
I feel the responsibility to come here and warn Poland that they're going to try to get away with something in Poland that people in the United States now recognize is a catastrophe.
The arrival of factory farming in Poland was controversial. The Polish Senate's Agricultural and Environmental Committee held a hearing to investigate it. They invited evidence from both Kennedy and from Smithfield.
Adopting the Polish system of production to meet these challenges requires capital inputs for the upgrade and modernization of both farms and plants.
20 years ago, there were 27,500 independent hog farmers in the state of North Carolina. Today, they've been completely replaced by 2,200 hog factories, 1,600 of them either owned or operated by Smithfield Foods. Smithfield controls 85% of the hog production in the state. And every factory that's built gets rid of 10 traditional family farmers and replaces those jobs with 2 or 3 minimum wage jobs workers who work in the plants. These facilities sicken the people who live downwind. Neighbors complain that they can no longer hang their laundry or sit on their porch during the summertime or plow their fields without becoming sick. There's now a moratorium on the construction of hog lagoons in the state of North Carolina. So here is a company that is coming to Poland and promising to modernize agriculture in Poland with a system that has been banned in the place where it was invented.
Some of Kennedy's concerns seemed justified. In the same year he visited Poland, a government report was published which showed that all 14 Smithfield farms inspected had violated some regulations, either environmental, construction, health, or veterinary. These included failings in the disposal of their waste, failure to look after their employees' health and safety, and the improper storage of dead animals.
As in all companies in the world, we are making mistakes, but we are not, we are correcting the mistakes as soon as we make them. We are following all the Polish and the EU regulations for farming, so we are not doing any additional pollution. On the contrary, we are really trying to protect it.
In 2004, I decided to go to Poland to see the impact of the new foreign factory farms and the lagoon and spray system on the Polish environment, rural life, and the quality of its food, which was destined for consumers all over Europe. I started in northwest Pomerania, where there are a large number of farms that used to be owned by the Polish state.
I've never seen such an enormous factory in all my life. In fact, the only thing I've seen as big as this is a nuclear power station.
The first state farm that Smithfield's Polish company Prima bought in 2001 was Boszkowo, which by 2004 housed 17,000 pigs. My guide, Marek Kryder, of the Polish Animal Welfare Institute, introduced me to one of the local residents. For many years before Smithfield arrived, they'd been complaining about their local groundwater, believing it to be contaminated.
Sam zacząłem chorować, między innymi zacząłem chorować po spożyciu wody.
Could you tell me what specifically is the illnesses that people are getting around here?
No, z tego co ja wiem, no to są to przede wszystkim ze strony przewodu pokarmowego, żołądek, poza tym jakieś zmiany na skórze.
Also near Boszkowo, I heard locals' claims of what had happened to children who had swum in the nearby lake.
No takie normalnie po prostu takie jako odrzucenie czy coś takiego. Czerwone się robi, bo nic drapie cię i to po prostu...
Red skin, they got red skin.
Nie ma tak jak było powiedzmy nawet 2 lata temu, gdzie się łowiło ryby i było zielsko, tak w tej chwili nie ma. Ryby nie tak. Ona dosłownie dzień leży, za 2 godziny ona już jest niedobrana. Ona się po prostu rozchodzi.
Śmierć, I went to another village and heard about the smells. Here, another former state farm has been converted into a giant hog factory with 20,000 pigs on the fringes of a village.
Każdy, kto przyjedzie, to się pyta, jak tu mieszkacie.
To ja po chemii tak nie zwracam, jak ja teraz po tych zapachach zwracam.
Locals weren't just concerned about the environmental impact of intensive pig farming. There was also resentment that people had lost control of their lives.
Jak większość mieszkańców tutaj, myślimy o tym, żeby użytkować tą ziemię, ale sami, z korzyścią dla nas, dla innych mieszkańców i produkując przede wszystkim zdrową żywność. Niestety nie mamy takiej możliwości, ponieważ firma Prima sukcesywnie wykupywała, dzierżawi, przepraszam, wszystkie grunty dookoła tej miejscowości, właściwie w promieniu powiedzmy nawet 20 kilometrów. Nie, my się z tym nie zgadzamy i to jest nie do przyjęcia, bo to są typowe praktyki monopolistyczne.